What is going on, guys? It's Red Green here, and today I am bringing you the long-awaited tutorial on how to record your own cinematics on World War II. Now, first off, I'm just going to preface this video being a little bit of a sellout. If you want to go, there is a link down in the description. It'll bring you to my store, and you can purchase a cinematic pack I've made for $10. It is 100 cinematics, so there's 10 maps in the game, and there's 10 cinematics on each map. So it's basically 10 cents a cinematic. If you want to buy that, go ahead. If not, you want to record your own. This is basically how you record and use cinematics on World War II. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into our settings. And this is kind of weird, but you guys might see in a bit how this is going to help. So you want to go to your safe area. You want to make sure that it's as big as it can go. You can see, like, you can make it really small. Typically when you're playing a game, like, you want it to be really small so you don't have to look too far to see the edges of the screen and stuff. But what we're going to do when recording cinematics is make this as wide as possible, just so that we have more room in the middle of the cinematic, because as you guys know, there's no theater mode in this game, so we're going to have to be in spectator mode, so there's going to be controls that we need to crop out. Anyway, so now we're going to go, here we are at private match. I'm just going to change the map. What should I change to? Ardene's Forest. Everyone hits clips on Ardene's Forest, am I right? So yeah, and then you're going to go to mode. I usually just go with team deathmatch. And then you go down to the game rules, and there's a few rules you're going to want to change. So first off, I usually just turn off the time limit and the score limit so that the game will go on basically forever. General settings, I don't think you really need to change anything. Oh, yep. You want to make the spectating on free. Spectating POV is going to be free, just so you can spectate perfectly fine. And I think that's about it. So let's just start up the match here, and I will show you guys how to get some nice little cinematics. Alright, so here we are spawned into the match, which I think you're going to have to spawn in if you don't set a bot, just so that the timer will go down and the match will start up. Then you're going to switch over to spectator mode, like I'll show you. So, okay, let me change team, spectator. Okay, so now you are here spectating, and you'll see, yeah, you can just fly around and do whatever you want. I'm just going to give you guys some tips on how I like to record cinematics. So basically, usually what I'll do is I'll look around, I'll find something I like an angle I like, or usually like to go down and get something kind of pretty, like, ooh, that's pretty nice. There's a tree. You're gonna want to pick like a point of interest for your cinematic. Usually is what I tend to do. So maybe a tree or like a doorway or like a light. Lights are always cool because they have like the cool. You can make cool flares and stuff. I don't know. It's whatever you want to do. And basically, what you're gonna want to do is find the beginning point. And then what I'll tend to do is I'll take my Elgato. You're just gonna hit record, and then go to where you're gonna start your cinematic, or press Control R if you're using your shadow play on NVIDIA. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you use to record, and just kind of back up a little bit from where you typically would want it to be, because we're gonna have to take a crop, and then just slowly move it. Be kind of straight. And that's, yeah, I felt like that wasn't that great. So you can always go back and redo it. Make sure it's as smooth as it possibly can be. And yeah, just keep kind of going right through until you're down at the end, which you're done with. See right there, I hit that little bit of the ground, so I'm gonna go redo that part, just because I don't like that so much. So maybe try a little further over here. I changed the speed. Sometimes it takes a couple times. Honestly, you just want to make sure that you're not changing the speed mid cinematic. Yeah, here, this isn't that great, but it'll work, I think. Just go over here, and then bam, that'll right before I went up there, that'll be good. So yeah, I just want to make sure that you have like a good 4 or 5 seconds of recording in your cinematic. You can do whatever you want, honestly. If you want to have a longer cinematic, just try to avoid moving like changing speed. So like right here, you see I'm going fast, and then I slow down. The way editors make like movements like that is they'll record all one speed, and then in post they'll go through and they'll edit and they'll change the velocity. But this is more like a simple tutorial. If you guys want more of a complex one, let's see if we can get like 300 likes on this video or something. That'd be crazy. But yeah, so that's basically how you're going to record your cinematics. Also, like I said, you're going to make your safe area as big as possible, just so you can see the team deathmatch thing at the bottom, and the controls. They're all as far away from the middle of the screen as possible. I'll show you why that's convenient later. But anyway, I'm going to cut up my cinematic and then I'm going to put it into After Effects, and I will show you guys how to use it in there in just a minute. So I'll see you there in 1 second. Okay, so I decided to show you guys this part as well. This is basically what I recorded of the cinematic thing. So I'm just going to go to the end where I ended it and go back right towards the beginning of when I started the cinematic. So I'm basically going to go back to the beginning, wait until it gets going, then I cut it, then I just delete this first part so we can make it a little bit bigger, and then you can just scrub through until, like I said, there's a little bump at the end, so that's where I'm going to end it. So we'll go right through, and then look at the timeline, so it's right around here, give it a little cut, and then bam, we have 10 seconds of cinematic, nice and smooth, nothing too crazy. And we can export this and bring it into our After Effects. So I'm just going to do that right now, and I will see you guys in After Effects in a second. Alright, so here we are in our composition in After Effects. We have our cinematic right here. Just migrate game capture. Let me just change the name of that to cinematic. Alright, we have this. We can drag it in here. I already marked out some points. The song in the background is just a beat. I'll let you guys give it a quick listen. So yeah, nothing too special. I'm just gonna have a nice long spot as if this was like a text cinematic in the beginning. I'm not actually gonna be making 3D text on it, but I will show you guys basically how to use the cinematic and how to crop out this nasty spectating and controls and stuff. So we're gonna line it up. I'm just gonna have it go from this point to this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to enable time remapping. So you do that by pressing Control Alt and T. Basically what this is gonna do is it's gonna let me compress the cinematic down. So it starts here and ends here, and basically what it does is it just makes it so from here to here is completely even. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the music here, and I'm going to show you guys basically how I like to just add a bit of flow to my cinematics. So basically all I do, it's really simple. I do this for 100% of the cinematics that I use in all my edits. I go click on the time remap thing and have it selected. You can see it's not selected, it's selected. Pretty simple. Then you press the graph editor and it'll pull up and you'll see a straight line. So you can just zoom in on that a little bit. We're going to click on the line, click this button here, it'll add some easy ease to both. It'll add little handles to each end. Take the handles and just turn them down to about halfway, like right there and then right here, and you'll see this will make a little curve so it goes up. And basically what this is it's like the velocity of the cinematic, right? The slope of this line is it correlates with the velocity of the cinematic, so how fast the cinematic is moving. So right now when the line's really steep over here, the slope, if you took a slope with this line like at this point, it'd be really steep, so it's moving really quickly. Over here the slope, like at this part of the cinematic, the slope's a little bit slower, so a little bit lower, sorry. So the cinematic is moving slower. You can kind of pull these handles out even more and make it really steep at the edges, and then really whatever the word for not steep is, less steep in the middle. I don't like to do that so much because then you start to lose frames in the middle. But yeah, so you leave it kind of like this. This is just a nice enough curve, and then we click off here, and that's basically it. So now you'll notice that the cinematic starts out really quick and then slows down towards the middle and then gets really quick again towards the end. I'll RAM preview it for you really quick so you can just take a little look. It's basically how I do all my cinematics. So yeah, you couldn't really tell, but it just makes it a little more smooth, and it kind of flows nicely when you have more than one cinematic, obviously. But yeah, now the next thing we're going to do is get rid of these ugly controls. This is really easy. This is what everyone does. I guess some people might like pre-compose it or something, but this is all you have to do. Press S for scale, P for position, and you're just going to turn the scale up to like 125, press enter, and then change your position, and just drag it up. And you can see there's a little bit of a line there, so we're just going to zoom it in even more to like 127 maybe, and then position again, drag it up, and damn, there it is. That's all you have to do. Oh, you can still see the control there a little. One more time. 128, 128, position, move it up, and then bam, there's no more controls on the screen. It does look zoomed in, that's alright. Anyway, let's just RAM preview it so you can see. And that's literally it. That's how I record all my cinematics, that's how I use all my cinematics, how I edit them. And yeah, it seems really complicated, but it's not. I might have stretched this into like a 10-minute tutorial, 10 or 11 minutes. I apologize for that. I just wanted to be really in-depth and cover everything. Like I said before, if you guys want to see the cinematic pack, it's down in the description. It'll be probably the first link. If you want more of like a complicated tutorial on like longer cinematics that have movement in them and stuff, smash a like, 300 likes and I'll do that. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, notifications on, and yeah, I think that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thank you for like 400 and some odd likes on my fucking pack, the free pack. That was retarded. I'll leave it linked. I'll have that linked at the end actually. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for 15K. Channel's going really well right now, and yeah, I guess that's about it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.